Here's something that might surprise you. According to the National Eye Institute, adults over 60 experience screen fatigue up to 50% faster than younger adults, yet most don't realize their discomfort isn't just getting older, it's actually preventable. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a 73-year-old former librarian from Portland. She spent her entire career surrounded by books, but now she relies on her tablet to read the news, check recipes, and video chat with her grandchildren. About 6 months ago, she noticed something troubling. Every evening around dinner time, her eyes would start burning, the words on her screen would blur together, and she'd have to squint just to finish reading an email. She told her daughter, "It feels like my eyes just run out of energy before my day is even done." Does that sound familiar to you? Maybe you've experienced this too, trying to read a text message and feeling your vision go foggy halfway through. Or perhaps you've noticed your tablet screen feels too bright even when the brightness setting hasn't changed at all. If you're over 60, screen fatigue can sneak up on you faster than you might expect, and it can affect far more than just your comfort. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for clear, science-based health goo. Ideas designed specifically for adults like you. Today, you're going to learn simple, eye-friendly habits that may help your vision feel clearer, more comfortable, and more relaxed during screen use. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments, just practical, daily adjustments that respect how your eyes work as you age. If living comfortably and independently every day matters to you, I'd be grateful if you'd hit that subscribe button right now. It helps us reach more seniors who deserve reliable, easy-to-understand health information. Screen fatigue isn't just an annoyance you have to tolerate. For adults over 60, it can directly affect your daily independence, your safety, and even your mental well-being in ways you might not immediately connect. Let me paint a fuller picture of Evelyn's experience. As a former librarian, Evelyn has always valued staying informed and connected. Her tablet became her window to the world after he retired. Online book clubs, health articles, family photos, even her church's live-streamed services. But as her eye discomfort grew worse, she started avoiding her screen. She'd put off answering emails from friends. She stopped reading the news as thoroughly. She even declined video calls with her grandchildren because she was worried her eyes would hurt too much afterward. One afternoon, she missed an important message from her doctor's office about a prescription refill simply because looking at her phone felt too uncomfortable. That's when she realized this wasn't just about tired eyes, this was about maintaining her connection to the people and information that mattered most to her. This experience is extremely common among older adults, and there are clear biological reasons why. According to research from Harvard Health Publishing and the National Eye Institute, several natural age-related changes make screen use more challenging after 60. First, there's presbyopia, a completely normal process where the lens inside your eye gradually loses flexibility. This makes it harder to shift focus between near and far distances. When you're reading a screen, your focusing muscles have to work overtime to maintain clarity, and they fatigue much faster than they did in your younger years. Second, your tear film becomes thinner and less stable as you age. Tears aren't just for crying. They're a protective layer that keeps your eyes lubricated and your vision clear. When that layer weakens, dryness sets in quickly, especially during activities where you blink less frequently. And here's the key point: when you stare at a screen, your blink rate can drop by 40 to 60%. Harvard eye researchers have documented this pattern clearly. Less blinking means less lubrication. Less lubrication means more dryness. And dryness leads directly to burning, irritation, and visual fatigue. Third, your pupil naturally gets smaller with age. This means less light, reaches your retina, so screens may appear either too dim or uncomfortably bright even when the settings haven't changed. Your brain has to work harder to interpret what you're seeing, and that cognitive effort adds to overall fatigue. Fourth, the retina itself becomes more sensitive to glare and sudden contrast changes. A bright screen in a dim room can feel harsh and uncomfortable in ways it never did before. The muscles that control focus also tire more easily, especially during sustained close-up work like reading or scrolling. The Mayo Clinic notes that these changes don't mean your eyes are failing, they're simply aging. But screen use can amplify these natural stressors, especially when we stare for periods without breaks or proper lighting. You might recognize some of these warning signs. Blurry vision that clears up after you blink or look away, a burning or gritty sensation as if here's sand in your eyes that feel dry one moment and unexpectedly watery the next, headaches that start behind your eyes or across your forehead, neck and shoulder discomfort from leaning forward or tilting your head, increased sensitivity to light, especially in the evening. Slow adjustment when you shift focus from your screen to something across the room. For many seniors, these symptoms create a ripple effect that impacts reading medication labels accurately, navigating online banking or medical portals safely, maintaining independence with everyday digital tasks, and staying emotionally connected with family through video calls and messaging. That's why learning to protect your eyes from screen fatigue isn't a luxury or an optional skill, it's a core part of daily wellness and independence as you age. The good news: most of these issues are manageable with the right knowledge and a few simple adjustments. Before we dive into solutions, let's identify the habits that silently drain your visual comfort. These mistakes are extremely common, especially among people over 60, and each one can gradually make your symptoms worse, even if you don't realize it's happening. This might sound surprising, but when you focus intently on a screen, whether it's reading an article or watching a video, your natural blink rate plummets. Harvard shares have measured this. Instead of blinking 15 to 20 times per minute, you might blink only 5 to 7 times. Every blink spreads a fresh layer of tears across your eyes. Without that regular refresh, your eyes dry out quickly, leading to burning, irritation, and blurred vision. Think of it this way: if you held your mouth open without swallowing for several minutes, your throat would feel dry and uncomfortable. The same principle applies to your eyes when you forget to blink. If you hold a phone or tablet closer than 16 to 18 inches from your face, your focusing muscles have to strain intensely, like holding a heavy grocery bag with just your fingertips instead of your whole hand. Since adults over 60 already have reduced focusing flexibility due to presbyopia, this added strain accumulates quickly and leads to faster fatigue and discomfort. Many seniors bring screens closer because text looks too small, but this actually makes the problem worse. We'll talk about better solutions in just a moment. When you sit in a dark room with a bright screen, your pupils dilate to let in more light, and then suddenly, a bright screen hits your retina like a spotlight shining directly into your eyes. This extreme contrast forces your eyes to constantly adjust, which causes discomfort and accelerates fatigue, according to the American Academy of Ophthalmology. Balanced lighting is one of the simplest ways to reduce strain, yet it's one of the most commonly overlooked adjustments. Window glare reflecting. If your screen is like trying to read a book with a flashlight shining in your face, your eyes have to work significantly harder to filter out the glare and maintain visual clarity. Over time, this extra effort drains your eye muscles and increases discomfort, especially for aging eyes that are already more sensitive to contrast changes. Some seniors hesitate to increase text size because they neck it looks odd or they feel self-conscious about needing larger print, but small text forces your eyes to work harder with every word you read, and that strain accumulates hour after hour, day after day. Remember, comfort should always take priority over aesthetics. There's no medal for suffering through tiny fonts. Your eye muscles need regular breaks, just like your legs need rest after a long walk. If your eyes don't get a chance to relax and refocus on distant objects, fatigue builds steadily and your focusing ability slows down. Many people get absorbed in what they're reading, and they don't realize they've been staring at a screen for 30, 45, or even 60 minutes without a single break. Not all eye drops are created equal. Some over-the-counter drops contain preservatives that can actually irritate aging eyes. When used frequently, using the wrong type of drop or using them too often without guidance can make your symptoms worse instead of better. Many seniors assume any eye drop will help, but that's not always the case. Now that we've identified what not to do, let's move on to the practical, senior-friendly habits that can genuinely make a difference. Here are the most effective daily habits recommended by eye specialists, broken down into simple, actionable steps. I've organized them from easiest to implement to slightly more involved, so you can start with what feels most comfortable and build from there. This is perhaps the single most powerful habit you can adopt, and it costs nothing. Here's how it works. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Why does this help? When you stare at a screen up close, your focusing muscles are in a contracted state, like holding your arm in a flexed position. Looking at something far away allows those muscles to relax and reset, just like stretching relaxes stiff shoulders after sitting too long. To make this easier, set a gentle timer on your phone or tablet. Use a voice assistant and say, "Hey Google, remind me every 20 minutes to rest my eyes." Take natural breaks during commercials, when a video is loading, or after finishing each article, even if you only remember to do this a few times during your screen session. It still helps significantly. Here's a simple way to find the right distance. Hold your arm straight out in front of you, then bend your elbow at a 90-degree angle where your hand meets the air. That's approximately the ideal distance for phones and tablets. For desktop computers or larger screens, 20 to 28 inches away is even better. This distance reduces focusing strain and helps prevent dryness by keeping your eyes in a more natural, relaxed position. Large font isn't a sign of weakness. It's a smart choice that protects your eye health and extends your comfortable screen time. Here's how to make text easier to read. Turn on reader mode in your web browser, usually a book icon in the address bar. Go to your tablet's accessibility settings and increase font size system-wide. Switch to black text on a white background for maximum contrast. Enable bold text if your device offers it. This improves clarity significantly. Even a modest increase in font size can dramatically reduce strain. Think of it this way: you wouldn't force yourself to read a book printed in tiny letters just because you're worried about how it looks. The same logic applies to digital screens. Avoid sitting in a dark room with a bright screen. This creates harsh contrast that exhausts your eyes. The best setup includes placing a soft lamp behind you or beside you. Use general room lighting, not too bright, not too dim. Make sure there's no strong glare hitting your screen from windows or overhead lights. When you raise the room's light level, you can often lower your screen brightness and your eyes will feel significantly more comfortable as a result. A good general rule is to match your screen brightness to your surroundings. In low light, such as evening or night time, reduce screen brightness. During daytime near windows, increase brightness slightly so the screen doesn't appear to dim. For color temperature, most devices now offer a warm mode, night shift, or blue light filter. These settings reduce the amount of blue light your screen emits, which can feel harsh, especially in the evening. A warmer, slightly yellow-toned screen often feels more natural and comfortable to aging eyes, according to research summarized by the American Academy of Ophthalmology. While the evidence on blue light damage is still debated, many users report subjective comfort improvements when using warmer screen tones at night instead of reaching for random eye drops. Consider these more targeted approaches. Use preservative-free artificial tears. These are gentler for frequent use and won't irritate your eyes over time. Run a humidifier in rooms where you spend a lot of time on screens, especially during dry winter months. Apply a warm compress over your closed eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. This helps refresh your tear glands and can feel wonderfully soothing. Signs you might need better moisture support include a gritty, sandy feeling in your eyes that water excessively, which is often your body's overcompensation for dryness, stinging or burning sensations, and blurry vision that improves immediately after you blink. The Mayo Clinic emphasizes that dry eyes are one of the most common and most treatable causes of screen discomfort in older adults. Place your screen slightly below eye level, not straight ahead, and definitely not above. Why does THIS matter? When your eyes look slightly downward, your eyelids close more naturally and cover more of your eye surface. This reduces tear evaporation and helps prevent dryness. It's a small adjustment that can make a surprisingly big difference, especially for seniors whose tear film is already thinner. Also, make sure you're not craning your neck forward or tilting your head at an awkward angle. Your screen should be positioned so you can sit with your back supported and your neck in a neutral, comfortable position. This is an important point that many people over 60 don't realize. The glasses you wear for reading a book might not be ideal for looking at a screen. Here's why. Multifocal or progressive lenses can force you into awkward neck positions to find the right viewing zone. Standard reading glasses are often designed for closer distances, like holding a book, not the slightly farther distance of a computer screen. Anti-reflection coating can significantly reduce glare and improve comfort. If you use screens frequently, ask your eye doctor about computer distance glasses. These are single-vision lenses optimized specifically for the distance most people hold Air devices. Many seniors report dramatic improvements in comfort once they switch to computer-specific glasses for their screen time. Also, keep in mind that your prescription may need updating more frequently as you age. An outdated prescription can contribute significantly to strain and fatigue. Every couple of hours, give your eyes a true rest. Close your eyes gently for 20 to 30 seconds. Stand up, stretch, and walk away from your screen. Look out a window at trees, clouds, or distant buildings. These micro breaks allow your tear film to refresh and give your focusing muscles a much-needed rest. Think of them as essential maintenance, not optional luxuries. At night, aging eyes face additional challenges. Your tear film is naturally thinner in the evening, focusing muscles are already tired. From a full day of use, sensitivity to blue light and glare tends to increase. Consider establishing a digital sunset routine. Stop using screens at least 1 hour before bedtime. Switch to audiobooks, podcasts, or radio if you want entertainment. Use a warm-toned lamp for any evening reading. According to the National Eye Institute, is not only protects your eyes, it also supports better sleep quality, which is crucial for overall health as you age. Let me tell you what happened to Evelyn after she started making these changes. She began with just 3 simple adjustments. She increased the text size on her tablet, started following the 20-20-20 rule with the help of a timer, and added a small lamp next to her reading chair. Within 1 week, she noticed her eyes felt less tired by evening. Within 2 weeks, the burning sensation had nearly disappeared, and within a month, she was back to enjoying her online book club, video chatting with her grandchildren without discomfort, and reading the news every morning, all without that familiar feeling of her eyes running out of energy. She told me recently, "I didn't realize how much I was missing until I could see comfortably again. It's like I got a piece of my independence back." You deserve that same feeling. You deserve to stay connected, informed, and engaged with the people and activities you care about without your eyes holding you back. Here's my challenge for you. Start with just one small change tonight. Maybe it's increasing your font size. Maybe it's setting a 20-minute timer. Maybe it's simply moving a lamp closer to where you sit with your tablet. Just one change, then notice how you feel tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Small changes add up to big improvements when it comes to your eyes. If you found today's guide helpful and you want to make sure you don't miss future videos that support your health and independence, please hit that subscribe button right now. It truly helps our small team reach more seniors who deserve clear, reliable, and respectful health information. And if you'd like a free, downloadable summary of today's tips, something you can print out or save to your device, check the link in the description below. As always, if you have ongoing discomfort or notice any changes in your vision, please talk with your eye doctor. They can evaluate your specific situation and recommend the best solutions for your individual needs. Let me answer some of the most common questions seniors ask about screen fatigue and eye comfort. Many people wonder whether screen fatigue means they're actually damaging their eyes. Not necessarily. Screen fatigue is usually a sign of temporary strain, not permanent damage. However, persistent discomfort is your eye's way of telling you that something needs to change. It might be that you need better habits, updated glasses, treatment for dry eyes, or a combination of these. The discomfort itself won't cause blindness or serious injury, but it's worth taking seriously because it affects your quality of life and independence. Others ask whether blue light blocking glasses are really necessary. The scientific evidence on blue light glasses is still mixed. Some people report feeling more comfortable wearing them, especially in the evening, while others notice no difference. What we do know is that blue light can interfere with sleep patterns, so reducing exposure before bedtime makes sense. If you're curious, you might try blue light blocking glasses for a few weeks and see if you notice any improvement. They're generally safe and I help with glare reduction even if the blue light benefit is uncertain. Some wonder whether dryness can actually cause blurry vision. Yes, absolutely. When your tear film is weak or unstable, your vision can blur temporarily, even if your prescription is correct. This type of blur often improves immediately after you blink or use lubricating eye drops. If you're experiencing blur that occurs with blinking, dryness is likely a contributing factor. People often ask whether screen fatigue is worse at night for seniors. Yes, for several reasons. By evening, your tear film is naturally thinner, your focusing muscles are more tired from a full day of use, and your sensitivity to glare and brightness increases. That's why many seniors notice their eyes feel fine in the morning but progressively worse as the day goes on. Limiting screen use in the evening and using warmer, dimmer lighting can help significantly. Another common question is whether to use eye drops ever. Why day? It depends on your specific situation. If your eyes feel dry regularly, preservative-free artificial tears are generally safe for frequent use, even multiple times a day. However, drops with preservatives should be used more sparingly, as they can irritate your eyes if used often. Always follow the directions on the package, and if you're unsure which drops are right for you, ask your eye doctor or pharmacist for a recommendation. Many seniors ask how often they should get comprehensive eye exams. Most eye specialists recommend that adults over 60 have a comprehensive eye exam at least once a year. More frequently if you have conditions like diabetes, glaucoma, or macular degeneration. Regular exams not only ensure your prescription is up to date, but they also allow your doctor to catch early signs of age-related eye diseases that are much easier to manage when detected early. Finally, people wonder whether over-the-counter reading glasses can reduce screen fatigue. Sometimes, yes, especially if your current glasses are outdated or not the right strength. However, over-the-counter readers come in standard powers and may not address astigmatism or other individual vision needs. If the wrong power or type of lens is used, it can actually worsen strain rather than relieve it. For best results, get a proper fitting and prescription from an eye care professional, especially if you use screens frequently. Here's a quick reference you can remember easily. Let me walk you through what to avoid and what to do. Instead, first, avoid small text and low contrast screens. Don't stare at screens without blinking. Never hold devices closer than 16 to 18 inches. Don't use screens in dark rooms with no balanced lighting. Avoid glare from windows, lamps, or overhead lights. Don't read for long sessions without breaks. And stay away from random or preservative-heavy eye drops. Instead, follow the 20-20-20 rule religiously. Increase font size and use bold text. Keep screens at elbow distance, which is 16 to 18 inches minimum. Use warm color temperature and adjust brightness to match your room. Choose preservative-free artificial tears. Use balanced ambient lighting. Never sit in a dark room with a bright screen, and consider computer distance. Glasses with anti-glare coating. For quick wins you can start today. Blink intentionally while using screens. Adjust brightness to match the room's lighting. Place a humidifier nearby our workspace. Apply a warm compress for 5 to 10 minutes when your eyes feel tired. And take micro breaks every hour to close your eyes and stretch. When you see your doctor, use these conversation starters. Ask whether your current prescription is optimized for computer distance. Find out if you should consider preservative-free lubricating drops for daily use. Ask why your eyes feel especially tired in the evening, and inquire whether computer-specific glasses would help with your screen use. For a daily routine suggestion, in the morning, start your screen me with properly adjusted brightness and a 20-minute timer reminder. Use your reading glasses or computer glasses, not your distance glasses. At lunch, take a true break from screens. Look out window, go for a short walk, or close your eyes. For a few minutes, reapply lubricating drops if needed. In the evening, reduce screen brightness, switch to warm color mode, and limit screen time to essential tasks only. Consider audiobooks or podcasts instead of reading on a screen before bed. As a bonus, once a week, apply a warm compress to your closed eyes for 5 to 10 minutes to refresh your tear glands and give your eyes a deeper rest. Save these tips and share them with someone you care about, especially if they've mentioned their eyes feeling tired lately. All information in today's video is based on reputable, science-backed sources. Harvard Health Publishing explains how prolonged screen use reduces blink rate significantly and places sustained stress on the eye's focusing system, particularly in older adults whose focusing muscles are already less flexible. The Mayo Clinic describes the mechanics of the tear film and why aging naturally increases the risk of dryness, particularly in environments with low humidity or during activities that reduce blinking frequency. The National Eye Institute outlines normal age-related changes in the lens, retina, and focusing ability, and explains why these changes make older adults more vulnerable to visual fatigue during near work-like screen use. The American Academy of Ophthalmology identifies common symptoms of digital eye strain and provides evidence-based recommendations for screen ergonomics, lighting, and regular visual breaks to reduce discomfort. The CDC Vision Health Initiative offers general guidance to help older adults maintain Visual comfort and reduced strain, emphasizing the importance of regular eye exams and proper environmental adjustments. These sources provide the scientific foundation for the practical tips shared. In today's video. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purpose, as only to help you make informed choices about your eye health and screen habits. I always encourage you to work closely with your eye doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes, especially if you're experiencing persistent discomfort or vision changes. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what worked wonderfully for Evelyn might need small adjustments for you. Your eye care team is your best partner in this journey toward clearer, more comfortable vision. Take care of yourself, protect those precious eyes, and I'll see you in the next video.